I know too many people who are intelligent people who have a ghost story.
Yeah.
And I've like really bored down, like, were you drunk? Are you, no, I was not on Xanax. I wasn't drunk. It wasn't Ambien. I wasn't asleep, And it's just interesting that, and I've always thought anything is possible. We have five senses. I used to say it's like five stations on a dial. There are other stations that we don't pick up. I know there are. I don't know what they are, but we're not and so I'm guessing you're all in on ghosts.
No, well, but here's the thing.
Or you're just
I
curious.
I'm very curious. I've had very strange experiences, but I don't think it's as simple as we're experiencing the consciousness of someone who died in that space and they're haunting it. I don't necessarily think it's that simple, and I think there could be a couple things. What if in a lot of haunted houses they're old and decrepit? What if people are exposing themselves to some mold which is causing them to hallucinate? Magic mushrooms make you hallucinate.
You're right.
What if long-term exposure to mold can do that?
Long-term, even short-term exposure to mold can kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
People die of sick house.
Yes.
I mean, if you ever see black on the wall,
get out.
Yeah. It's scary stuff.
So that's like one bucket. The other bucket is like, what if there is some unknown, undetected energy, which when you're exposed to it, kind of like a electromagnetic frequency, you experience hallucinations. That is one thing I think is entirely plausible.
What's that?
So like think about...
What causes a hallucination?
So think about people that live under power lines, and then they have a lot of electromagnetic exposure. They'll experience headaches, they'll experience physical symptoms. What if there is some energy spectrum out there we just don't know exists?
No, it could be.
And when you're exposed to it, you will have some kind of hallucination.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you. All right, great to see you. Really,
and we're done.
That's why I brought you in here.
But then there is that thing where people are like, I saw my dad walk in the room and he's been dead 15 years.
Right. I mean, could it be a trick? I guess. But, I don't want to be that guy who says, I can't tell how well, of course you can't tell how to do the trick, or else you'd be the magician. But there are some things, like, there are mentalist acts, like Barbra Streisand uses one in her concerts.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Wow. Like he comes out in the middle and does 20 minutes and again, I don't want to be, I can't tell. But really, how could you do this? There are people in the audience. Yeah. No one is that good an actor. Yeah. You can tell they're not. And he seems to know things that they're thinking that, I don't know how they could be communicating this fast and have it written on the card already. There's just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, there are scams that I get, like the gypsy, the fortune teller. Some of that is just...
suggestion.
Yes, it's in that new movie, Nightmare Alley. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that?
I have not. But I know there's a new movie called Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, it's with Bradley Cooper. It's the guy who did the one about the fish fucker.
Okay.
You remember, what was that called? Or she's fucking the fish. It was supposedly very, I don't know what it was. It wasn't boring.
Oh, the fucking, yes. Yeah. Oh, the Shape of Water. The Shape of Water.
Correct, The Shape of Water.
That fucking movie was a joke.
Yeah, I guess so. It was not as bad as I thought it would be, but I was expecting something horrible. What a glowing review that is. Bill Maher says, not as bad as I thought it would be. No, this guy's a good filmmaker. I mean, I'm probably not giving it enough. I think that was better than I'm allowing. But this new one, I think, is quite good. He really stuck the landing. And it's about a guy in a circus, like in the 30s. Mm-hmm. And there's that element, too, of he's being trained by someone who does, he does a mentalist act.
Yeah.
And he becomes big doing it. I won't tell the whole movie, and a lot of it is with him. He has no special powers. He is just a master at noting someone comes in with a sailor hat. You like the sea,
You're smoking a joint. You like weed.
Yeah, Johnny Carson used to do that character called El Moldo, and he was like a psychic, and he would have, there's someone in the audience with an E in their name. I mean, but that's a scam.
Yeah.
But this guy talking to people 50 rows back
Yeah.
and having written on the card, but I just don't know how it's just scary, first of all, to think that someone can read your mind.
Yeah. If someone's just tuned to different.